In this episode, I'm going to share my unique, innovative recipe and I call it Misal Usal Pav. This kind of recipe is perfect for picnic party or little get together, basically for any kind of crowd. And also I'm going to share batch cooking.
Welcome to Bhavna's kitchen. Today I'm making Misal Usal Pav recipe. Now you must be thinking, what is Misal Usal Pav? This recipe is just a combination of two recipes actually. I call it Misal Usal because I'm going to combine Misal Pav and Sev Usal in this recipe. In Misal Pav, sprouted moth beans are used, and in Sev Usal, white peas gravy is used. But in this recipe, I am combining all of those white peas, sprouted mung and moth beans. So that's the reason I call it Misal Usal Pav. Now, I have seen people adding white peas and sprouted mung in Misal Pav as well. But mostly Misal Pav is prepared with onion tomato gravy and sprouted moth beans, known as matki, I think, as well in some part of India. So let's begin. For this recipe, I'm going to need some sprouted beans, and I want to use mung beans along with moth beans, known as brown gram, which is mathia we call it.
Almost every week I love to sprout mung beans to use in recipes. Here I have mung and moth beans. They look alike but has different color and very different taste. To sprout beans, in a large bowl, take mung beans, rinse the mung beans and soak for 6 to 12 hours in cold water. After 6 to 12 hours, the beans will swell. Drain away the water, rinse them with cold water and drain again. Place the beans in a cheesecloth or sprouting jar and keep in a cool, dry, dark place to sprout. After about 12 hours, mung beans will be sprouted really good, but if desired, you can keep little longer for more sprouting. Using the same method, any kind of beans can be sprouted. Here I have a moth. This is how it looks like. Brown gram, and I'm going to drain out water. So here I have. Now I'm going to keep into this sieve. Then I'm going to cover it to allow it to sprout.
And since I'm making Misal Usal Pav, I'm also going to use white peas. You can use green peas, whatever variety you have available.
Take a cup of dry white peas, mutter. Wash really well and soak for about 4 to 6 hours.
And today I'm going to use my electric pressure cooker to steam mung and moth beans and boil white peas at the same time. Yes, when you have ingredients that requires different time, it is better to come up with the idea of steaming and boiling. The reason I'm going to steam mung and moth beans is that I don't want them to be overcooked. But I do want white peas nice and soft, mushy kind of a texture. So that's the reason I'm going to boil white peas and then I'm going to steam mung and moth beans, and you will see the result, how great it is to just cook multiple recipes at once using an electric pressure cooker. By the way, I have also shared the video on how to cook multiple recipes using electric pressure cooker, so do watch all my videos and you will learn so many tips and tricks that you can use in the kitchen to save a lot of time.
Into the steaming tray, take sprouted brown beans, moth, and sprouted mung beans. Into the sprouted beans, now add salt as per your taste, a pinch of turmeric powder, haldi, and sprinkle little bit of water. And give this all a really good shake. Now into the cooker pot, add drained, soaked dry peas and add fresh water, pinch of turmeric powder, haldi, salt to taste. Place 3 weight inside the cooker pot and Place steaming tray of mung and moth beans. Cover the cooker and lock and cook for 15 minutes. Be sure to have the vent on a sealed side.
Ever since I started using my electric pressure cooker, I just keep on coming with the ideas how I can combine, how I can add more nutritions in my single recipes. And since electric pressure cooker allows me to cook multiple recipes at once, it makes it a lot more easier for me to just come up with the recipes like this.
To prepare the gravy masala, take about a tablespoon of oil into the big pot and heat up the stove on a medium to high.
When the oil is hot, add mustard seeds right and let them crack. Cumin seeds, jeera, asafoetida, hing if available, onion, curry leaf, mito limro, ginger garlic paste, coconut, and now let everything cook really well. Salt to taste. Cover and let everything cook. Let's check. Just a couple of minutes more. Check again. Add tomatoes. Cover and let it cook again until tomatoes are mushy. Let's check the tomatoes. I'm going to cook a couple of minutes more. Let's check the tomatoes. Alright, so I can see that tomatoes have become soft and almost gravy, as you can see. Turn off the stove. Almost turned into gravy. Now using the hand blender, blend and make gravy. A lot of people ask me, don't mustard seeds and cumin seeds gets into gravy? But as you can see, they stay whole even though I am running the blender. Only onion and tomato is getting pureed. Also, it retains the color. It doesn't get black at all just because of those mustards and cumin seeds. So it's perfect to give a tadka and then make gravy. Using this kind of method and little tips can save a lot of time in the kitchen. Alright, so this is done. Here is the closer look of the gravy. As you can see, mustard seeds remain the whole. Next, add water, haldi, turmeric powder, red chilli powder as per your taste, garam masala as per your taste. If desired, add sugar or jaggery. Sugar is optional. Give it a quick stir. And let's check our mung and moth beans. Release the air. And carefully open the cooker. Remove the mung and moth beans. Be sure to check peas though. Sometimes they may stay little. Oops. So check if they are done. They are soft, as you can see. In 15 minutes, white peas are completely done. And our moth and mung beans remain the whole as well. So this is the perfect method. Boil peas and steam mung beans with moth beans. I'm going to turn on the stove again on a medium to high heat. Ready to add white peas, safed mutton, with water. Mung and moth beans sprouted. Smells so good here. Give it a good stir and add water as needed. Usually Misal and Usal is kind of watery, so I'm going to add a little bit more water and now simmer for 5 more minutes. Cover and let it cook. Alright, let's check Misal Usal. Simmering amazing. Look at the color. And I can't tell you how good it smells here. Ready to take out into the serving bowl. You can add a little bit more water as needed, but this is just perfect for me. And ready to serve with all other yummy ingredients like namkeen, basically besan noodles, and some other mung, moth, poha, peanuts. So mix of everything. Onion, coriander leaves, hara dhania, tomato. So basically garnish. And ready to make the bowl. Garnish with namkeen, farsan known as dungri, onion, hara dhania, and tomato, and Misal Usal Pav is ready to serve. Look at how colorful and yummy everything looks. And I love to prepare this kind of recipe for get together or even on a rainy day. Alright, so here I have my bowl ready. I sometimes don't even require any bread with this recipe. I just simply love them just as it is with toppings like this. Bursting with a lot of flavors. Amazing. And here is how my crowd and big batch cooking look like. Here I have matki or moth known as sprouted, and mung beans, mug. Sprouted beans can be refrigerated for up to a couple of weeks or freeze for up to 3 months. I prefer to mix green and yellow matar, green peas, because yellow peas are like kind of a buttery, and so I love to mix both of them for Misal Usal Pav or Sev Usal. And since my hubby loves potatoes in almost everything, I add aloo, potato into the matar gravy as well. Since this is combination of Misal Usal Pav, you can just go ahead and use ingredients as per your family preference. Here I am making the masala gravy the same way I showed earlier in this video. And when the weather is good, I usually love to cook outside, so I'm cooking right now outside, making the big batch of Misal Usal Pav. Here is the ginger garlic, and I'm using whole ginger garlic because I'm going to cook everything and then blend. So yes, you can use whole ginger and garlic. Almost everything you can use whole, even the red chilies and coconut and everything. You can just go ahead and use in the big chunks. I added salt as you saw and cook until everything is nice and soft. When the onion, ginger, garlic and everything is cooked well, add tomatoes, and once tomatoes are added, cook until tomatoes are nice and soft. I'm using red chilies here, and now blend everything together and add sprouted mung and moth beans and also the ubale hue aloo matar, boiled
peas and potato, everything into the gravy, and the gravy is ready. And now this gravy can be frozen in batches.
I hope you enjoyed watching this video, making of Misal Usal Pav. Please do like and comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new recipe videos every week. You can also visit my website bhavnaskitchen.com for new recipe tips, tricks and ideas in the kitchen. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Bhavna's Kitchen is everywhere. You can also watch me on a big TV screen using Roku, Amazon Fire, or even just with a YouTube app. Also, don't forget to download my apps totally free, Bhavna's Kitchen, on iOS, Android and many other devices. Thanks for watching and see you soon.